Hello everyone, this is Professor A.C. Jadhav, Department of Horticulture, Wagh College of Agriculture, Nashik. Under the course of Hort 354, we are going to study the package of practices for growing Costus. Costus, which is considered as an important type of the medicinal crop, identified with its name, that is Kut again. Guys, this video is only for educational purpose and not for any of the commercial use. So Costus, actually it is very rarely found or mostly cultivated in the temperate zone only, because it is very particular to its natural habitat. So in most of the valleys of Kashmir and Himachal Pradesh we can observe the Costus, and in a tropical and the subtropical it is cannot be cultivated as a commercial one due to the types of climatic parameters and the growing condition. Costus, botanical name of the Costus is Sauceria costus, and again known as a Saucerius lapa. It comes under the family of Asteraceae. The origin of this Costus is a Himalaya in India and also considered the Pakistan. It has a rhizomatous roots, and these roots, that is the tuberous roots, it is the usable part in a Costus. So mostly the plants or actual live plant, it is very rarely observed in a tropical. So we have a short clip for its botanical identifications of Costus, because it is only observed in Himachal Pradesh, and it is the plant which comes under the critically endangered type of the plant species or the medicinal plants. See, this is the natural habitat it is required for the better growth of this Costus plant, and having such type of the inflorescence and the plant growth. It is again known as a Sauceria lapa. So under the introduction, as we already said, this is the medicinal plants which comes under the category of critically endangered type of the plant. Why? Because near about 75% plant or these Costus are destroyed from its natural habitat, and it is very particular to its natural habitat. That's why we can very difficult to grow this crop commercially, and that's why the government in 1971 prepared or established the Kut Act, that is the act of the protection of these medicinal herb. And that's why we have a need of these type of the legal documents and legal permissions for the production or the cultivation of this crop. So the Costus, which is a perennial in nature and considered as a cash crop in Kashmir Valley, or important type of the cash crop from this area. So it is a critically endangered species which is controlled by the Ministry of Government of Forest. And regarding its distributions or in a natural habitat which we can observe, it can observe from Kashmir to the eastern Himalayan region mostly. So it is the perennial rooted type of the herb which can be grown up to the 2 meters. So this natural habitat again shows the influence on the growth of the plants. In general, if it does not obtain such type of the suitability, the growth is very slow, while within 2 years in its natural habitat, 5 to feet or up to this 2 meter level, this crop can be easily grown. And generally this crop is unbranched. Here we have a photographs in which we can observe that the plant has a long type of the leaves, flat type of the leaves, but only the inflorescence, and the plant does not have any type of the branching habit. It contains the important type of the contains, that is alkaloid, particularly alpha toxins, Costus acid, costal, then the Costus lactones, which are used for the medicinal and the pharmaceutical industry. also its effective uses. So the main used or the property which the costus roots or its preparing oil has, it is a insect repellent, and that's why in a Kashmir, in a US, Afghanistan and the Iran, the root oil is used to protect the valuable garment from the insect damage. We knew that the northern, particularly Kashmir's and the Himachal Pradesh is well known for the production of the silk containing threads or the material. So this type of the high graded valuable type of the garments are protected by the use of this oil. Then its smoke is again considered to be substitute for the opium, that is the poppy. It is used in a cough and the asthma treatment. The alcoholic extract useful in a treatment of bronchial asthma and particularly of the vagatonic types. Then dried stem used as a fodder in Himachal Pradesh. So this is the important type of the medicinal plant. Then there are the many type of the very important type of the health benefits when we can use the drugs which are prepared by using the costus. Like it has a property of antibacterial. So the many type of the antibacterial syrups we prepared. Then it has a property of spasmodic. Antiplasmodics means we prepare the medicines that is useful to relieve, prevent or to lower the incidence of the muscle spasms, especially those of the smooth muscles. Then again it has a property of the carminatives. Carminatives property means the drugs which we prepared is helpful to prevent the formation of the gas in gastrointestinal tract and thus helpful for the digestion. Then it is again useful as a stimulant. As a stimulant means it can improve and enhance the efficiency or the working in efficiency. So many of the labor category or the persons who has such type of the hardy laborious work, means the exhausted persons can get the relief when he had the juice or the freshly rhizomes juice of these costus roots. And this is the common type of the practice is applied in northern area or in Himachal area too. Then the tonic, when we can boil the rhizomus roots or these roots and prepare the juice, and we can consume this juice in an empty stomach, particularly in the morning and in the evening. It is again very helpful for the body. Then it has a property of the vermifuge also. Means it is able to destroy the expel intestinal worm and thus improve the digestion. So in this way this crop is really healthier one or the benefited one for the human health. Then regarding the climate and the soil requirement for this crop, as we already said that it is very particular to the natural habitat, and in a commercial practices or the cultivations there are the many problems due to the non-availability of its natural factors. So the well-drained loam soil is the best for the cultivation of this crop, and its cultivation should be avoided on the slopey and the stony type of the field. Sandy texture loam soil rich in a moisture organic carbon is the best for the germination as well as the better survival of the seedling and also the productivity. Then regarding the climatic requirement, the plant grows in a temperate and the sub-alpine region only. The natural habitat is a major factor influence the crop for the commercialization. So it is distributed in an area or at a higher area from 2000 to 300 meters above the sea level easily, means right from the Kashmir to the eastern part of the Himalaya. Then propagation and planting of the costus. It is propagated by means of the seed and also by its rhizotomous roots. So the seeds are sown in a March and the April, and we have a need of the freshly harvested seed on a nursery bed in a nursery. The seed of this crop require the chilling for the germinations. This crop can need the chilling temperature which enhance the germination, but it cannot be tolerate the freezing conditions which can hamper the growth of the seedling. The seeds start germinations only after melting of the snow during the April and May, and that's why we can say the very low type of the temperature during the seedling development, which may be considered -10 to -15 degrees Celsius, it can hamper the germination, hamper the growth of seedling. The recommended seed rate is 32 kg per hectare. It should be sown by the hand dibbling in a rows. The seed should be dibbled 3 to 4 centimeter deep. When the seedlings are 15 centimeter long, then it is ready to transplant into the main field. So, regarding the manuring management or the fertilizer management, apply the 25 kg of the NPK per hectare each year with the first irrigation in May. This dose is to be applied for the 3 consecutive years required for the crop to be mature. So the recommendations of the doses is again depend upon the types of the cultivations or the types of the soils, but particularly the fertilizer application before the reproductive phase gives good result. We should be include the use of urea, use of the DAP, which are found to be very effective in this crop. Then the irrigation management. The crop requires the frequent irrigation from May to September during all 3 years. Then regarding the harvesting and the yield of this crop. So we have a need of that particular type of the underground root part in this crop. The crop is ready for the harvest at the end of the 3rd year in the September to the October. Before harvesting the crop, irrigate the field thoroughly for ease in uprooting the roots with the pickaxe. After harvesting, the roots are cut in 7 to 10 centimeter pieces and dried for the 2 to 3 weeks and the clean thoroughly for the storing and the marketing. So we have again the short types of the clips that how we can harvest this crop and how we can follow its cleaning practices and the cutting practices. So in this way the each plant we can harvest separately by digging, and we can obtain these rhizotomous roots. Afterward we can properly clean the roots by using the flowing drinking or the clean water, and then after we can cut the roots into the number of the pieces which should be 7 to 10 centimeter and dried it, and then after we can use to these dried roots are used for the preparation of the powders and used for the extraction of the oils. So these crop usually in 2 or 3 years well grown mature roots tubers are developed, and this is only we can used for the harvesting and for the extraction of oil and the preparation of the powder. So this is about the detailed cultivation practices of Costus. Thank you very much.